The Carrier Dome rocks as Syracuse fans cheer their team. The Orangemen have defeated a stubborn foe, and the fans love it. Victory is always sweet in college football, but this triumph was especially satisfying for the Orangemen and head coach Dick MacPherson. This win elevated Syracuse to a very rare plateau.
What we have right here is the 500th win. You understand? And here's the chancellor, and here's the guy that made the most of the 500 right there.
A greeting from the legendary Syracuse coach Ben Schwartzwalder made the victory complete.
God bless all of you men, you did a hell of a job. You hung in there, and you got to 500, now we need a few more, right?
The winning tradition that is Syracuse football breathed new life in 1983. The Orangemen set a new record for wins in the Dome, scored thrilling victories over two nationally ranked teams, and closed out the year with a winning record. Coach MacPherson and his players have brought winning back to Syracuse. They have put the Orange back on track. The 500th win by the Orangemen was an emotional victory for both players and fans. After an early Syracuse field goal, halfback Jamie Covington sparked the next score with a 16-yard plunge to the 1. Then Harold Gayden brought the crowd to its feet. Not content with a 10-0 edge, Syracuse surged again on its next possession, moving 59 yards in 8 plays. Once again, it was Harold Gayden who delivered the final blow with a brilliant cutback at the 5. Linebacker Rich Roach, number 38, led an inspired Syracuse defense that kept its foe off balance most of the time. But the biggest defensive play of the game was a bold move by safety Vic Bellamy on a 4th down and 3. The Orange offense sealed the victory with 2 crucial 3rd down conversions in a time-killing drive that consumed more than 4 minutes. Fewer than 20 schools have reached the 500-win mark, and it was fitting that this victory would test the mettle of the entire squad.
You had 17 points. All of a sudden, it's a 13, and we held them. We had 2 4th downs on defense, baby. Do you understand? 2 4th downs that they didn't get. And another thing that we did, man, is we took the football and we kept it with 4:46 to go, and they never got it back. Now enjoy it, man.
The Orangemen play against the best with a sense of pride and commitment. They know they're part of something that transcends normal college football. They are part of the Syracuse tradition. They share a common heritage with the giants of the game. Names like Jim Brown, Floyd Little, Larry Zonka, and John Mackey highlight a bloodline steeped in honor and achievement. To play for Syracuse is to experience everything that college football has to offer. Sophomore fullback Roland Grimes from Washington, D.C. was impressed with the quality of life at Syracuse.
Of all the schools that I went to visit, Syracuse University was the university that I felt most comfortable with being away from home, because I'm, hometown boy, mama's boy. And when I came here and I came on my visit, I called home that night and I said, Mom, I think this is going to be the place, because it was just the atmosphere at that time. And I came up here on a Monday and a Tuesday during the weekday, and it was comfortable. It was real nice. The living arrangements are nice and everything.
For junior safety Vic Bellamy, number 22, it was a question of academics and future career goals, the ultimate reasons for choosing any institution.
So I was very interested in the business program, and my field is marketing. And Syracuse has just built a new Crouse-Hines School of Management, and that's turned out to be a very enjoyable experience for me. And I think that opportunities like that Syracuse offers to its undergraduates, it gives them a better chance when they go on into the real world.
When you say, I was a graduate of Syracuse University, the thought comes to mind, good school, must have been a good student in high school, must be a great kid. So there's a bonus there right now.
Located in the beautiful lake country of central New York, Syracuse is a private school that combines the advantages of a large university with the friendliness of a small school atmosphere. A multitude of recreational, social, and cultural opportunities provide students with a complete college education. Football players live in individual student apartments. Here they can experience the growth and maturity that is such an important part of the college experience.
Like the land that your company's on, and that has to equal on the other side of the balance sheet your liabilities plus your capital.
The players appreciate these apartments. They know their freedom reflects an attitude of respect by the university and coaching staff, a respect that must be earned. Sophomore defensive tackle Tim Green and his teammates realize that it is a question of responsibility.
On the field and in the weight room and in the meeting rooms, there's a lot of rigid, strict discipline. But once all that's over, the coaches pretty much let us have our college life to ourselves. We have these apartments. You come back here at night and you can do whatever you want, and it's good. It gives you a sense of you have responsibility, and what you do is up to you.
We try to run a program that we'd like to play for. And I think education is a sum total of man's experiences. And if you don't allow them any freedom, they can't learn.
Contemporary college football demands maximum strength and conditioning for players to compete effectively and to minimize injury. The strength program at Syracuse provides the players with the facilities and the personnel to reach their maximum physical potential.
Keep the forearms right in.
Strength coach Mike Wosick must be both a teacher and a motivator. Weight training requires discipline and patience. Coach MacPherson credits Wosick with creating the kind of atmosphere where players want to work, where they're willing to spend the time necessary to achieve results.
But he has the confidence of the kids. He's developed work habits that are unbelievable. The kids really want to be in the weight room and work for him. And he has a way that gets it done, and the kids do what he says. So I think he's a great teacher.
Big plays characterized the Orange offense in 1983, frustrating defenders like the Wildcats of Northwestern. A reverse to wide receiver Scott Schwades caught the Cats napping and moved the Orange into scoring position. Then a perfectly executed option play to Brent Ziegler completed the scoring drive. And on the next Syracuse possession, quarterback Todd Norley unleashed a 55-yard bomb to Mike Morris.
We knew that from the scouting report there wasn't any guys that they had in their secondary that were as fast as Mike, and it's just a matter of getting them in the right coverage, getting them in a man-to-man scheme, and I basically just threw the ball, got a lot of air under it, knowing that Mike's going to run under it, and he did, and made a great catch and went in the end zone for 6.
But scoring was the last thing on Mike Morris's mind.
I wasn't thinking about touchdown or anything. I just wanted to make the catch. I figured I can get past the guy. The biggest thing is concentrating on the ball so you won't lose your concentration in the last second and drop it.
Ed Coben brought the crowd to its feet early in the fourth quarter with a 60-yard punt return that sparked the next Syracuse score. Fired up by Coben's run back, the offense blew a gaping hole in the defensive line that made it look easy for halfback Harold Gayton. An interference call set up the final Orange touchdown, the first for Roland Grimes, number 48. An afternoon of end zone antics prompted a low-key celebration from the talented sophomore fullback.
Now I'm going to act like I belong in the end zone. So I turned and found the referee. As I flipped it to him, he nodded his head like, yeah, you did what you're supposed to do. And then I turned and watched everybody run toward me, and I said, here we go. You know, I'm going to get mobbed. But that was a great feeling. Definitely, as I hope to feel it a whole lot more.
Northwestern was shut out by a superb performance from the Orange defense, a defense that was the foundation of the squad's successful season. Building a solid defense was one of the primary goals of Coach MacPherson when he came to Syracuse.
I really want to be a good defensive football team, and that's what we're trying to accomplish.
It was the Orange defense that sparked the triumph against Navy. It was the Orange defense that silenced the high-powered offenses of Boston College and West Virginia. Defeating these two nationally ranked squads at the end of the year will give Syracuse momentum heading into the 1984 season. The play of Tim Green, number 72, Jamie Kimmel, number 83, and senior linebacker Tony Romano, number 54, was especially noteworthy. Sports Illustrated Defensive Player of the Week honors went to Tim Green for his splendid performance against West Virginia. Tony Romano was named an Outstanding Scholar Athlete by the National Football Foundation, an honor that reflects the emphasis that the Orangemen place on academic achievement. Syracuse has always had a reputation as one of the outstanding academic institutions in America. It is a well-earned reputation based on modern facilities, an excellent faculty, and a long history of successful graduates. The small classes at Syracuse and the university's commitment to superior academics provide the student with the education and career preparation necessary for a successful life. To make sure that athletes are making the necessary progress for completion of their degree program, academic advisor Dick Witham directs a program to provide counseling and tutoring throughout their enrollment.
But my job is to provide the academic support at whatever level the student needs. We feel as though that we can counsel and we can tutor at any level. So there's really no limits to the kinds of support that the athletic department will provide for a student in order to accomplish their academic needs.
The Carrier Dome reflects the university's commitment to its athletic programs. As the only enclosed stadium in the Northeast, the Dome means that players can perform at their best without the distractions of bad weather.
Helps recruiting a lot, especially in the skill positions like quarterback and receiver, because you never have to be out in the elements, no slippery balls or mud or anything.
The Dome gives a whole new meaning to the concept of home field advantage.
The crowd gets into the game very much. When you see a great play happen, you can't even hear yourself talk.
The Dome is gonna be a big thing in the future because it's like a 12th man.
There is a special magic in the Dome that ignites both players and spectators. Syracuse fans know they will see an afternoon of action-packed excitement when the Orangemen are home in the Dome. always perfect weather conditions make the dome ideal for kickers. Don McArley took maximum advantage in the home opener, splitting the uprights 5 times to set a new school record. Not bad for Don's debut performance in the dome.
That game was an important game for me because it was the first time I was ever going to play in a game at home in the Carrier Dome. So I wanted to do really well. And when I went out there, the first time I was really nervous and stuff, but I had the people behind me. I felt it with my offensive line and my snapper and my holder. They all, came through for me, and it just felt real good.
The 1983 season marked an important turning point for Syracuse football. The Orangemen are moving from a period of transition to a period of triumph with their winning season and their defeat of 2 nationally ranked teams. The strong finish by Syracuse will provide momentum for the Orangemen as they enter the '84 season. The presence of Nebraska and Florida, along with the always tough traditional rivals, means that once again, the Orange will feature a schedule that guarantees national exposure and media attention, crucial elements for a strong program. Coach Dick MacPherson has returned a sense of pride and accomplishment to Syracuse football. He has put the Orangemen back on the path to victory. Students and alumni can take pride in knowing that Syracuse is back. The Orange are on track.